common sense recap of the day's biggest stories. It's John Catsimatidis and Rita Cosby. Katz and Cosby on 77 WABC.
So let's bring in Victoria Coates, former Deputy National Security Advisor. Victoria, as John and Tony, we were all just talking here, it's a very powerful point. Who is running the shop? Who's guiding the FBI? Who's saying to also DOJ, don't release this information? Who's making the shots at the White House after we saw the president last week at the debate? There's a lot of huge security questions.
Yeah, Rita, great to be with you guys again. I mean, and this has got to be the paramount question here, which is all our national security in the hands of Dr. Joe Biden at this point? And I've been traveling all last weekend and met with some international officials today here in Washington. Everybody's terrified about what's happening in the United States. Nobody knows who's in charge. And I think we're in a really dangerous place.
Also, speaking of dangerous place, there was this new warning that came out, and this is really chilling. It puts it all in perspective why you have to have a laser-focused commander-in-chief. A huge headline coming out about many U.S. military bases in Europe put on high alert for fear of major terrorist threats. How concerned should we be on many levels now, Victoria?
Deeply. And of course, Europe, with the Olympics coming up, is going to be a massive target. But we also have to be concerned here at home, Rita. We've had reports of some 300 ISIS-affiliated gotaways coming across the border during the Biden administration. Those people are here. These are the kinds of people who attacked us during the first ISIS wave in Orlando and in San Bernardino. And yes, they attacked in Europe too, and we have to be vigilant about that. But I'm more worried about here at home.
Yeah, I am too. Judge Weinberg.
Welcome back, Victoria. Good to talk to you. I'm very, very concerned about what just happened in Turkey with Israel on that flight where they wouldn't fuel them up and help them, and there was somebody who was in physical distress, medical distress.
Yeah, they kept them on the runway for
hours. I mean, so you have the escalation of all these radical, crazy Islamists like Erdogan making this move. So it keeps escalating all the pressure for all these foreign nations and the terrorist organizations. What say you?
What I would say is this didn't happen during the Trump administration because the world knew where Trump stood vis-a-vis Israel, and they knew that that the president had unambiguous support for the Jewish state. So you didn't have this acting up. What Biden has done, and I agree with what Trump said last Thursday night, he's sort of going Palestinian, but even he's a bad Palestinian. But they see the president opening up some daylight with Israel, so they feel fine to act up like this. And I agree, this was just a disgraceful episode, and that the Turks would do this just shows how little our NATO ties with them matter at this point.
Yeah, really scary stuff. There are so many, I call it sort of fires all over the place, and a lot of issues on the horizon. Victoria, thank you. We love having you here on the show, and welcome back stateside. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Janine Pirro here for Colonial Metals Group. Colonial Metals Group helps Americans protect their future with the most trusted store of wealth in human history, physical gold and silver. If you're retiring or retired, go to colonialmetalsgroup.com/Pirro for your free Janine Pirro Colonial Metals Group Retirement Protection Kit, or call 800-965-8004. 800-965-8004 now to receive a free home safe and up to $7,500 in free silver.